Alright, now as you can see, I've done the paint job, already finished up all the paints that I wanted to do. Basically, everything has to be done in very thin coats. So I did 2 thin coats of black, 2 thin coats of the iridescent purple color, 1 thin coat of the shiny lame or lame flake, the glittery thing, and then 2 very thin coats of top coat. And then after that I put this on. This is just a detailing. Now as you can see under the light, you can still see the detail, the very fine detail on the Nerf logo. Yep, this is the kind of detail that you will achieve if you take time and patience to perform your paint job on your blaster. Yep, so you still have this very nice logo over here. All the details are still intact. This part is still masked out. I have not removed it yet. I'll remove it in front of the camera for you guys to see. But yeah, I'll put that one aside. Same goes for this guy over here. Put this one aside too. This is the area that we are going to go through, the dry brushing area. As you can see, all the original text is still here. Yeah, I'm trying to get an angle where you can see the light on. Same goes for this. You can see the Nerf logo over here. Yep. So now, dry brushing. First you will need a brush. It's not too soft and it's not too hard. It's about a medium strength bristle. I do believe this is called sable hair. I'm not so sure, but this is a paintbrush that I normally use. You need some paint. I'm using, for this particular dry brushing technique, I'm using the Citadel colors. This is bolt gun metal, as you can see, from Citadel Paint. Give it a good shake. You'll need a whole bunch of paper towels or kitchen towels. That's all that you actually need. The rest of the stuff I will go through in a while. Now, the reason why I'm going to do the dry brushing before removing the masking is because I wanted it to have that kind of like a cyberish or futuristic look, whereby the metallic green seems to be like a sort of a material that cannot be scratched. Yep, what dry brushing basically does is gives it a little worn look, like you know, like wear and tear. Like your blaster has been in use for a long time. It gives it a nice so-called realistic effect. This will go in contrast with the dry brushing effect, and I wanted this to be on because I wanted to give this a dry brush look too, so it's not just stuck on top. Yep, we'll go through it slowly over the video. Now that it's done already, I've got it well shaken, so make sure that you shake it well. Alright. Got the tip. Alright. Now some people will dip the paintbrush inside. I tend to want to just scrape up on the top over here. Right? Use whatever's left over here on the residue. Now as you can see, you got a lot of paint. What you basically want to do is you want to rub off as much of this paint as you can onto a paper towel until it's almost dry. That's why it's called dry brushing. So you can either do this method or go for a faster method where you just grab it and twist it out. Right, sorry for my clock, as you can tell, it's midnight. So get it till your paint is about this consistency. Just very little every time you brush on it. If it's a little bit watery or if the silver color comes out obvious, then that's not what you want. Well, you just want a very slightly worn out look. So once that's ready, for me, I like to aim it at an angle, 45 degrees. So if on the flip side, it'd be the other way. So I'm going to start with this side. I'm going to start from the front and I'm going to begin dry brushing. So you just basically run over the corners in a stroke, like that, in a single stroke motion, like so. And you can start to see the silver rubbing off very slightly to the corners. Yep, it's a very subtle kind of look, just to accentuate the corners. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's a slightly silverish now. It's turning out pretty alright. Going for more paint now. And if you feel that you've put a little bit too much on the area, you can try and smear it with either some kitchen towels like so, or you can just use your finger and rub it off. Try and ease it out. Now for a more realistic look, you can actually go for more dry brushing on the areas, especially the grip area, because in real life that makes the most sense because your hand is always there, so it technically should have the most amount of wear. Alright, so I'm done with the first half. The reason why I didn't go on the edges I'll explain to you later. So when you do dry brushing, make sure you don't go onto the edges so soon, like that. Alright, just go over the area that is most affected, or because from this part onwards it's going to be covered by the top half of the blaster. So I'm just going to go for a light dry brushing effect over here, like that. So now when you're on the second half, you have to make sure you follow the angle on the top half, the first half. So for the right half, I was going at this particular angle like so. So now I have to change the angle to this way. So let's begin. As you dry brush over the Nerf logo, you actually see it start to pop out a lot more. Right, so I'm going to begin dry brushing on the seam. So I'm just going to make sure that it's there's not too much, because you don't want to accidentally add even more. Right, you want to just try to blend the two sides together. So you want to blend these two together. So what you do is just go in a horizontal or vertical direction, and you try and ease the two sides together. Alright, now I'm going to just go ahead and finish up. As you can see, it's very nicely merged now. They look like they've been evenly worn out. I'm going to continue and finish up the dry brushing on this blaster and everything. So basically this is the basics to dry brushing. Try to make things look as natural as you can. If you have things that you want to put on, like for example these, you have to consider whether you want to dry brush it first and then stick these on so these will stand out, or you want these to blend in with your dry brushing technique. For me, I chose to blend these in with my dry brushing technique. I do not want my green area to be dry brushed at all. It's up to your creativity. The thing is, exercise patience, and for dry brushing, honestly though, less is more. You can't really tell on the video, but in real life it really looks like it's very nicely worn on metal. So I'll see you in the next part when we talk about detailing.